Okay.
Oh, I can
Uh,
see something on the Twitch now.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, okay, it's come up. Cool. We're live. We're live. We're
Yes.
live.
Okay. For some reason it didn't
Hold on a
like
minute. Have we got?
1080p.
Sorry. Spenny's just turned up. Okay. That was not planned.
Right. I'm just gonna check that the stream can hear my everything.
Cool. We are live. We're good and ready to go. Will Spenny click
Uh.
on?
Oh yes, my bar's just ticked over to say 1 minute and two people watching, so that's good.
Cool. We're good to go. We're cool. We're live. We're ready. And is Spenny gonna click on a team? Because we are at 5 past. I haven't said ready up because Spenny hasn't clicked on a team.
Let's see what happens then.
You know what? Let's just ready up and go.
I'm not 100% sure. The
Because if Spenny doesn't turn up, I'll just there we go. He's put him in Aston Martin now. I was gonna put him in McLaren, but I felt like no. 18 drivers. I'll leave it to you.
Oh, perfect. I'm still trying to check that the stream audio is actually coming through.
You know what?
Oh, I can hear it now. That's good.
Yeah, I heard that as well.
Yeah. In that case, I believe we are ready to get this show on the road. Uh, I'll probably wait until a few more people actually start watching the stream before we do intros and stuff. We've only got 2 viewers, so we are going to call in out. So here we are for round 9. Is it round 9 or round 8?
Round nine, I think,
Round
for these lot.
Yes, it is round 9, I believe,
I'll just
of
check.
season 9.
Nine. It's nine for
Round
these
9 of
lot.
season 9 of PAR in Japan. We've got a sprint weekend this weekend, as someone's just joined.
That is Nath, who is the McLaren driver.
Yeah.
So last minute. That's good as well because I think I deliberately didn't put I didn't put Spenny, who wasn't actually put down to race tonight, in the Aston Martin. So then that McLaren seat became available if Naf did show up, and he's just shown up. So.
That
Oh,
is pretty good. Oh, and he's
and he's
left.
gone.
That's not good. So then we are at Japan. The track designed by John Hugenholtz, initially designed as a Honda test track, and then it's made its first appearance on the F1 calendar in 1987. Had some very historic races around here at the end of the 1980s and 1990, with the battles between Senna and Prost. Lots of drivers have secured world titles around here, including Nelson Piquet, Damon Hill, Mika Hakkinen, Sebastian Vettel, and Michael Schumacher. I wonder if we'll see that today. I'm not sure if it's mathematically possible or not. But Blade with a 60-point lead coming in here needs to leave with an 87-point lead in order to wrap up the title. We've got a 5.8 kilometre circuit, or 3.6 miles for any Americans watching. 18 turns, 10 to the right, 8 to the left, and one bridge and whatever it's called, crossover section. And here we go then for one shot quality. I'm going to try and find Blade to go on board with as the championship leader. Going to get all this stuff set up. Right then, as we come now into the S's on board with Blade. He's the one to watch here. He goes a bit wide through the second part of the S's. It's looking very good so far. Very tidy first sector here. This comes through Dunlop. Very quick section of the track now, breaking into Degner 1 and slowing it right down for Degner 2 before looking under the bridge and up the little incline in towards the hairpin of turn 11. Hard braking for turn 11, braking on the kink of turn 10. Hard to get slowed down sometimes. Then through the long right hand of turn 12 before looking towards 13 and 14, which is Spoon Curve. Blade currently with at the lead according to my timing screens. A couple of the drivers have been disqualified. That was nicely through Spoon there from Blade, and he now comes towards 130R, one of the most recognisable corners in all of motor racing, and that is quick through there from Blade. This has been a very good lap. Braking now for the Casio triangle. Make sure he goes the correct way in a Williams, unlike Nicholas Latifi. And coming around turn the 18th and final time, 129.1, 2 tenths clear of Cornell, who takes P2. Gollum in third and Daniel in fourth into the 130s. And that was a very nice lap there from Blade. Looking like he's wanted to really submit himself as the front of the pack, and that is a massive gap from him back to P4, only a top 3 within a second. And then some drivers clearly had slight issues on their laps, with Anik in almost 10 seconds off the pace and quite a few disqualified and no time, including Kirby, who is second in the championship. So the guy who would be hoping to have any kind of chance of chasing Blade down is starting way down in 14th. So not sure what he's going to be able to do from there. That was definitely a championship. You can tell he's going to be at the top of the championship with a qualifying lap like that. Showed his prowess over the field. As now we've got a sprint. How long is the sprint race? Do you know?
10 laps, I do believe. 10 laps. 9, 10 laps. 1 or 2.
9 or 10 laps of action
9.
Before the main race in probably 20 to 30 minutes time. It's looking at very blue skies, so shouldn't see too much difference in strategy. I'd imagine everyone will be running. What do you run for 9 laps? I'd assume medium. Softs will probably start to die. Maybe softs would work. Don't know how bad the tyre deg is around here. But I imagine there won't be much change in strategy. It'll be all about the skill. And, yeah, this is going to be interesting. Is there formation lap on? I hope there is. Oh, I need to do this again. Yep, formation lap is on. Alright, let me get that up.
Is your stream okay? If you access it on your phone, can you see it alright or something?
The bar at the top is telling me it's still going.
Let me go and grab my laptop.
Oh, on the screen, it's just a black screen.
That's what everyone's saying. That's what I'm getting at the minute.
Huh.
You want to restart it, I would say.
Let me have a look.
I have no idea why that is.
Neither. It worked initially, I think. I'm not sure why this has happened. Oh, it's come back.
Is it back?
I believe it's back. It's a bit laggy.
Yeah, it's back. It's back. It's back. We're good.
Is it all good?
It's all good. All good.
Okay.
Just as an idea, if you do telemetry, yeah, you've got it on. Cool.
Yeah, got all that. Let me have a quick look at. Okay,
Then
everyone on the mediums for this.
Yeah, okay, cool. Good. All set up. I forgot to tell you this. Keep gap interval on and keep a really close eye on that on the left hand side, because you could see nothing happening at the front, but then a move going 15th. So you want to get as many overtakes as possible. Obviously, if you keep an eye on at the front, I'll just keep an eye on the back, and then I'll just tell if anything happens at the back. VRS Lucas has left the session. I'll keep an eye on Discord if you See who it is.
Blade and Colonel lining up at the front row, waiting for the last two drivers to come around the Casio triangle line upon the grid. Who's that taking the time? ExpertAlmond is going for an adventure. Not too sure what he's doing. Taking a lot of time to get to the grid here. This is great. Alright. That's an awful camera angle. So we can go on board, off board, sorry, looking at Colonel. And are we going to get the lights? Oh, the lights are on, away we go for the Japanese Grand Prix. Looks like Blade got a very good start. Light Golem also getting a good start, getting alongside Colonel now into turn 1. Oh, there's a lot of chaos at the back there. Oh my, everything's going on into turn 1. Let's have a... Let me see. I have no idea who's gone off. There's lots of yellow flags out. Let's go back up towards the front, see if we can stay on board with Light Golem as he is trying to look towards the front too. There's still some yellows further back as Basman, I think, has gone round. Jacob and throwing Glow trading places further back. Callum looks like he's going to be looking to move up some places here. He's getting closer to Light Golem as they come into the hairpin for the first time. As there's some more moves going, battle going down back here. Owen and Cos G having a bit of a scrap there. Oh, and now Jacob and Owen side by side, and Owen's just going backwards at the moment. Jacob's come past him now. I wonder if he's got any damage. I can't see anything as Arjun's gone around further back.
Arjun Kajer has gone round. Not a great start from the 12 Tauri drivers, also losing another place was ExpertAlmond in that as well, and picked up a penalty.
Has anyone made any good positions? Oh, Kirby and Cos have both gone up 6 and 8 positions respectively. Jacob's up 5. Very good start. So has Oscar up into P5 now in the Ferrari. So there's lots of penalties coming through. Oh, and I think Jacob and Cos are side by side. Jacob makes it up the inside there of Cos. Is Cos going to be able to fight back? Coming through the S section. Doesn't look like he is going to be able to.
RT and Arjun in the pit lane, both going on to medium tyres and a wing change as well for both of them. Arjun picks up a 5-second penalty.
Oh, Owen's really struggling. He's now thrown globes. He's going to try and go inside. There's a little bit of wheel bang in there. Coming into Dayton 1 there. So slow through Dayton 1 there. Oh, and Cos and Jacob are still battling. There's... Oh, that was late on the brakes from Jacob, almost running into the back of Cos. And
yeah, the flag sector was
someone, I think it's
spinning
Kirby
spin.
Spun and it fell. And big crash ahead of us. Saw that on the screen. Kirby and Dash taking each other out, heading in towards Spoon. I didn't quite see who moved across on who there, but a big coming together there. That's going to be just one for the stewards to have a look at later.
When you get a chance, it doesn't have to be after the race or just now if you can quickly do it. Just either turn the bit rate to 720p or 1080p. It's apparently a bit laggy on the stream.
I can have a look at it.
Oh, move P or a bit of wheel banging. Our green
horn. The Dash and green horn.
Yeah.
It is currently on 720p. I moved it, when I turned it from 1080 to 720, it went from black screen to working. I think 1080
okay,
it to go to black
that's
screen.
fine, just leave it. Kirby in the pit lane then. A wing change for him as well. The 3 wing changes.
We saw that instant earlier for him.
Spenny's retired and he's done it on track. Will that cause a safety car or a VSC?
Looks like it's going to be okay at the moment. He's by the Casio triangle, I think.
I think he'll look like it'll be okay.
Oh, and Cos has gone a bit wide then. Jacob managed to sneak up inside, coming into the second Degner. This is a little battle going on for P7 between Jacob and Cos. Cos has used a lot of ERS, so he's down to 15% already. Down to less than 10 now, as Jacob has 70 skill. What have we got? We've got, might have Dash and Greenhorn having a battle with ExpertAlmond possibly chasing down. Has Dash got a run into Spoon? Not quite. Can he get a run out of Spoon, mate? Greenhorn slightly wider, and Dash is going to be looking for a move. Spenny has left the session.
I shall get him back in. He doesn't come back, obviously.
Ooh. They're both from similar ERS here, and ExpertAlmond is now at the inside of Dash. Oh, that is close. Dash has been forced over the curb there at the Casio triangle. Oh, he's just ran them off the road. ExpertAlmond pushing Dash off at the final turn. That was not great driving.
Well, that was going on. Daniel's got past Oscar for P5 as well.
Yeah. I've just seen that, and it looks like Anak is close to Cos as well for P8. Got a couple battles to watch here.
Just a reminder, top 8 get points. Obviously 8 for the winner and 1 for 8th place. Fastest lap does not count in this race. Neither does the pole position.
Oh, and Anak's got a run on Kosji. Kosji really struggling in the Degnas. That's twice now been overtaken out of Degna 2. And this time Anak is able to get past a wonder if there's any damage on the Alpine. I'm going to try and get a good off-board shot. I don't see any wing damage there. Heading into Spoon. He's really struggled in Degna 2 and a bit understeery through Spoon as well. So maybe there is damage we just can't see. I think Oscar is close to Daniel. Coming up to 130R.
It's actually Daniel coming close to Callum as well. So
yeah, I've just seen that actually.
Four-way fight because Jacob's on the back of it as well.
Yeah.
That could get a taste in a minute.
Oh, and Daniel's gone off. Oh, that looked quite heavy. I'd imagine could have been some damage picked up, but I can't see anything there. We're going to go back to watch this battle between these three though. We're going to look back from on board with Callum and look at Oscar and Jacob both trying to close in. Blade has cemented himself at the front, 2-second gap over corner. And I think Oscar could be under threat from Jacob here. We're going to go on board with Jacob as he closes in on the back of the Ferrari.
Also, while that's going on, there's a good battle for P11. Hardcore Horn to the baseman, and Dash is also coming onto the back as well, so that could be another 4-car train. There's a yellow flag in sector 3.
Jacob looked for a send there but didn't quite make it. Oh, he's hit the Ferrari going through the hairpin, and he's managed to get alongside. There's a bit of wheel banging coming out of the hairpin now on the exit. And Jacob has managed to get ahead now. We're going to stay on board with Oscar, see if he goes for try and get that move back out of Spoon. He's got about 15% more ERS at this point, so might be able to utilise that on the exit of Spoon here. Although he has dropped back through Spoon. Jacob is really making a charge back through the order here. That battle for P11 still looks quite good. What's going on back here? Greenhorn, Almond, Baz and Dash. We're going to stay on board with Dash. See what the Ferrari driver can do. Coming out of there. Oh, it looks like Greenhorn has the most ERS of the group. And Basman, I think, could be looking to move on Almond here. Going, oh no, Almond actually could be looking at a move. No. Oh, it's everyone's trying to look at everyone. There's a half spin from Greenhorn. Bash has gone out. Don't know if there's contact from Dash behind. That was a very unconventional spin. It like could have been tagged there, as there's been a move for P16. But it looks like Dash is still chasing ExpertAlmond down and coming through the S's. Surely not around the outside of the S's. Thinks better of it. This is much better run through the S's here. Dash is all over the back of ExpertAlmond. Can't quite find a way through here. Almost half spins on the curb there. That was very close. Looking back forwards towards P4 now. Jacob on the back of Callum. Can he make a send into Spoon? Thinks better of it. He's got... Oh, Callum's got a load of ERS. Owen's left. Will you able to invite Owen back? Jacob now. Is he going to be able to make a move on Callum? Which way is he going to go? He's trying to get in that slipstream. Coming through 130R. Oh, is he going to be able to make a late move into the Caspian Triangle? No. Going to sit behind. I wonder if he's playing the long game here. Although with Oscar behind, you'd think he would try and get through as Artie has retired and someone was off there. That's Greenhorn was in the wall at Spoon. Someone else has gone off. Dash is still off. There's lots of chaos going on further back. I didn't catch that unfortunately, but nevertheless it's...
Oh, is that a VSC or a full?
No, it's just yellow flags all over the place. Someone's going slow there. Who's that? That's Kirby a lap down. Not in gear.
Don't know if you saw Owen left. So if you could invite him back.
Oh yeah,
after the sprint. After the sprint, don't use it now.
Yeah.
He's not in the point, so.
Okay, cool. Alright, what battles we got? It looks like Daniel versus Oscar could be the next battle to watch, unless there's something going on. Oh, Dash and Expert. What's happening here? Is Dash going to try and make a move and go on board with Expert and look? Oh no, he's cut across Dash there. Dash goes spinning round. That was not some expert driving from ExpertAlmond. As coming straight across the nose of the Ferrari through the S's. We've got Daniel and Oscar and Callum. Looks like that's a little battle for P5. Small train forming with a few laps to go. Wonder if we'll see any moves in this little battle. This is probably the most important battle on the track at the moment.
Jacob Boss
from Jacob, yeah.
That
oh,
Dash
that is
again.
a bit of...
ExpertAlmond spun. He's actually gonna lose. No, that wasn't ExpertAlmond, was it? Don't know. Maybe I think it might be Owen or Kirby.
Back from board with Callum at Oscar and Daniel trying to chase him down.
Dash has just got past our Greenhorn. Our Greenhorn now going back at him actually. Going to go to that one.
Yeah. Oh, there's a bit of shoving. I've just gone on board with him.
Nice.
Dash is going to look to the outside. Nope. Going to drive into the back of the Alpine. And then ExpertAlmond with a straight line. Right, some of these drivers need a bit of a talking to after the race.
Yeah, it's not looking good, especially as it's tier 1 and this is meant to be our top
There's
drivers.
been some very good battling further forward, but towards the tail of the field there's been some questionable sportsmanship.
Just a heads up on the championship, Blade will obviously extend his lead. It won't be by much because obviously it's only a sprint, 8 points max up for grabs. But for this battle for second, Kirby is currently sat 17th, not getting any points in the sprint. Oh, good move there from Dash again. And Dash gets that move done, job done, good move for him.
I'm going to stay on board with ExpertAlmond though, because I'm not sure what's going to happen yet. ExpertAlmond did not attempt to make that corner there. It's straight across. Now Dash is going to go on the outside. Dash looks like they're trying to drive.
Oscar's getting close to fifth. Oscar's getting very close to fifth. He's going to
go
for
and
no, he's not.
Okay, right. Something's going on further back. Right, let's go back on with drivers that are getting on a good show rather than give those guys any more screen time.
So
Daniel
just
versus... What's that?
to the championship where looks like there's nothing going on now. The battle for second is actually going to get tighter and closer. 4 points picking up for Jacob at the minute, aka Cobb, or on Discord Cobb, Jacob, same thing, same driver. He would actually pick up 4 points. Kirby is obviously not getting any points at the minute with 17th. Obviously top 8 get points, 8 to 1. And Dylan isn't showing up tonight. So that means basically Jacob's got a massive chance to get second at the lead. He's actually going to cut that massively at the minute. He's going to be on 64 points behind Blade of what we've got at the minute. Obviously Blade gets points as well, so he'll stay the same probably. But will extend a little bit. But he would actually be 2 points behind Kirby, not Kirby, 2 points behind Dylan, and 4 points behind Kirby.
Yeah,
So it'll be 4 points behind Kirby and 2 points behind Dylan going into that round.
Oh, that's
as
actually
well.
the final lap. I've only just noticed. Blade has won the sprint race here. Colonel in second. Light Gollum going to take third. What's going to happen with Oscar and Callum at the line? Can't quite get past. What about Daniel, is he able to make a last-minute move? No, he's not. So Anik will take the last point in the sprint. I got completely carried away. Didn't even realise that was the last lap of the sprint there. Enjoying that a bit too much. And well, yeah, Blade taking the win. Colonel put in a good race in the Alpha Romeo, second there, and good result from Red Bull. That's going to be good for the good signs for the constructors there for them. Although Callum and Blade doing well in the Williams as well. I assume that's. I actually looked at constructors battles. What's going on there?
I've got that now on my phone actually. Funny enough, Williams are leading it by 24 points. So that's quite a lot. Currently, Blade obviously leading drivers.
Haas are quite not Haas. Red Bull, sorry, a little bit further back. But
53
good results today.
59, sorry.
And I mean, they're battling against Haas and Mercedes to try and get second. Haas has only got one driver turn up. He's gone in 8th, and then Mercedes had a driver in 7th, and then Kirby 17th.
Can I just say a good drive from 2 of our Tier 2 drivers, funny enough, who are actually Tier 1 reserves as well. Anik Jawar and was it Thrown Globe, 8th and 9th. Good sprint for them.
Yep.
Getting ahead of some of the main drivers. Let me just screenshot the results of the sprint, so we have them.
Yeah, have you got the pictures?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Perfect.
Should come through in a minute. If not, we could just stream again. That's what we normally do. We don't have any pictures. Yeah, and so in comes the constructors, Williams, 2 drivers tonight, one of their main and one of their reserve. Obviously, reserve points do count. Remember, if you finish in PAR, you get points no matter where you finish. As long as you finish and you're classified, you're happy. Good. Williams, a 1st and a 5th, so that's 8 and
4
3.
for them.
3 or 4. Let me have a look. 5th. I've already forgotten. Flipping
It's
egg.
4.
4.
Yeah.
You could tell I'm completely off it. It's 4. Okay. Oh, so my Red Bull. If you haven't been watching any of the,
I've also seen that Owen has left the PAR server, so I don't think he will be joining us in any future weeks. Which, I mean, isn't great for numbers. Well, it's nice to have lots of drivers on the grid. And also Nath has left the server.
As I was saying, the Red Bull guys, obviously, if you don't know, I'm Red Bull TP, and I'm very happy with that 4th and 3rd and 4th. Good points for the team, picking up some solid points on that fight for 2nd in the constructors. But we shall see what's the race has to hold. Maybe, just maybe, we haven't seen it just yet, because Blade normally goes up the road and wins it. Obviously, Bahrain being our best race of the season so far. If you haven't checked that out, go and check that out on the YouTube, because it is a highly incredible race. It was brilliant. 3 drivers fighting it for the win. Probably the best race we've had at PAR, and probably the best Tier 1 race we've had, if not the best race overall. But brilliant race. We might
I'm just
see.
watching ExpertAlmond on the formation map. Not quite sure what's going on here.
James Smith. Luckily, he's not joined for the race. Arjun and our Greenhorn have gone disqualified. But yeah, best race. And funnily enough, we haven't seen Blade crash yet. We haven't seen a Blade spin. A crash. He's been flawless throughout the season,
Very
picking up
consistent.
nearly maximum points when he can. Surely at some point there's going to be a mistake, and will it be now towards the end of the season when he will crumble, and maybe, just maybe, Kirby can get a decent result from 17th and pick up some good points to close that gap?
If Kirby manages to get back through the order from 17, that would be one of the best drives I've ever seen in racing. Can he manage it?
Remember, mate, you've got to pick 3 drivers at the end of the race for the driver of the day vote. Any drivers you want for a good reason. So it could be Kirby. If Kirby goes from 17th to 3rd, perfect. He's perfect for that. category.
And well, we saw a
We've
very
already-
good ride from Jacob in the sprint race, so he's definitely put in a shout as well. And Blade
It could be-
dominating as well. Let's actually
it
look
could
at
be for
tyres before the race
anything.
starts.
Tyres. Yep, that's a good point. I forgot about
So,
that.
we've got Blade, Cornell, Jacob, Callum and Daniel on hards in the top 10. Expert and Kirby also on hards further back. RT on softs in 18th. Everyone else has gone for the mediums. Not sure the strategy. I assume the strategy is going to be either a hard, medium or a medium hard, depending on what you started on. But it's going to be interesting if Light Golem can jump from third with the softer rubber on the mediums compared to the hard ahead of him. He has just spun, and not sure what he's done there. But I wonder if he can try and get a good start, get ahead of Blade and Cornwall, and try and put those mediums to good work, and give himself a bit of a gap before the pit window. It could be something to watch for.
I have no idea what this spinning on the race to the grid thing is. There might be a new tyre warm-up strategy that I've never heard of, but we shall see.
Everyone
Obviously
thinks that
interesting how the
Yana
two
walked
Red
from here
Boys-
trying to do a 360 into their grid spot.
Obviously, the two Red Bull boys. I know I'm being a bit biased here talking about them, but because I am TP, obviously, quickly before we go. Split strategy, mediums and hard between the two. Should be interesting with them towards the race.
But that's probably a good idea because going to mean there's less likelihood of double stacking. But now we go to 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Oh no, nope, it's just a visual glitch.
I forgot to say there is a hold. There is a small hold.
And lights are out and away we go for the main race in Japan. It's a good start from a Ferrari. That looks like Oscar's going to start. Light Golem got a really good start. He's now in the middle, 3 wide, going into turn 1. Light Golem's again inside. He's managed to jump to the lead using those mediums as we thought he would. There's been some contact further back, but Light Golem, what a start there. Gets ahead of Blade, and is there a VSC or just stops the yellow flag?
Safety car. It's a full safety car.
Full safety car has come out straight away. Light Golem, what a start from him. Gets up into the lead, and I called that very well. Kirby up to 11th as well in one turn. That would have been amazing on board with him. I wish we had Sky Glass. We could go back and watch his on board from the restart there, managing to gain lots of positions.
Just quickly before I have to go for my dinner, that's why I put you in. Regulars will know I have to go for my dinner halfway through it. It always happens. Just quickly, down 10 was Daniel. It was Daniel at turn 1 that's gone off. +2 for Light Gunner obviously at the start. Down 1 Blade and Cornell. Oscar up 2. Callum stays where he is. Jacob down 2 in the Red Bull. ExpertAlmond up 7. Best of anyone at the minute. Kozji up 2. Throne Globe stays where he is. RJ up 5. Good start for the Tier 2 driver and Tier 1 reserve. Kirby up 6. Good start for the second place man in the championship. The base man down 1. RC up 5. Dash up 1. R Greenhorn down 3. And Anik Jawar down 8. I will leave you to have the stream open in case anything goes wrong. Best of luck. I will be back halfway through, hopefully, in a bit.
I'll see you in a bit. I can see anything that comes through in chat. So it's a bit of a shame there for Anek. We've got a few drivers in the pits. Down 8 after a very good sprint race from the Haas driver. But now finds himself further back. In the pits as well. I'm assuming this is going to be for new front wing. Yeah, missing a front wing there. Must have got caught up in the incidents at the start. And possibly serving a penalty. I'm not too sure why that was such a long hold. Let's have a look. So, he's picked from soft, which is a few drivers have actually. Anik, Greenhorn, and Dash all picked as soft, and Anik's managed to overtake Greenhorn and be overtaken. Yeah, I'm not sure about that call for soft. Greenhorn manages to spin it under safety car. It's quite embarrassing for the Alpine driver. Yeah, I mean, we saw Oscar and Light Golem both made up positions, and surprisingly, they're both on mediums. So that speed has shown that has helped them, although ExpertAlmond on the hard has also gained 7. So he's done very well as well. No penalties yet. See as much of the screen as possible. I'd imagine possibly one more lap under safety car and then we'll get going again. Excuse me. Yeah, that can get up some so Blade got another 8 points over Kirby in the sprint. So that makes it a 68 point lead going into this race. So he needs to get a... If he scores 19 points more than Kirby, Kirby can't win the championship. Also, Dylan's not here. But Dylan could be out of championship contention after this race. Like Gollum is the next competitor. Needs to get quite a few points. I don't think the championship will be wrapped up today. But it will be definitely a position where it could be, we could see it wrapped up next week and in Canada next weekend, sorry. Unfortunately I won't be around for that as I'll be commentating on some athletics and then probably going out. Maybe, I don't know. I'll be commentating on some athletics, which is why I won't be there. It should be a shame. I'll be missing out on Blade potentially wrapping up the championship. Another lap safety car here. Alex managed to make up. There's been more people in the pit, so I'm pretty pay attention to that. Great for me. Yeah, Dash, Anik, Greenhorn, and Anti will make another stop. I wonder. Yeah, that's why they would have gone softs then for a few. Or Arch would have gone back. No off softs. But if they've gone back onto, or Greenhorn's gone back onto hards, I reckon they went into softs for one lap and then go back onto hards. So they've got their mandatory stop out of the way and now they're going to go to the end on those tyres. Is that possible? That is something to talk for. Safety car must be coming in as pulling away from Light Golem. Alright then. So let's get ready to get back to racing. A little bit, so we are chilling. Go on board with Light Golem, but looking backwards at the start here, so we can try and see any moves that are pulled off behind him. Yeah, safety car is coming in. So when does Golem go? Gonna wait until we can straighten the car up, I'd imagine. And goes now. Good restart there from Golem, gets a little bit of gap over Blade. Trying to break the toe down the main straight. You can see the train of cars, so a few cars side by side behind. We're going to go back to that battle, and that is Callum on board looking at here with Almond, and that is Jacob being mixed up in there, 3 wide. Oh, and someone's number that is Cos, I think, has gone off. Callum has gone backwards. Kirby's trying to make his way back through. Missing on board with Kirby's. He's now alongside with Callum and gets ahead of a few cars side by side further back as well. The Ferrari ahead of us is being overtaken by ExpertAlmond. ExpertAlmond has gained a lot of positions here as Jacob has got a 5-second penalty, I think that says. Actually, see, I probably should move the screen bar. That is not a good idea for me. Oh well. Look at Callum as he's trying to get up the inside of Kirby. A little bit of wheel into the side pod. That keeps it fairly clean as they now sweep through turn 12, coming in towards Spoon. No move there, surely. Yeah, thinks better of it. But Kirby went slightly wide. Kirby's made up from a lot of positions though. Oh, and I've just seen actually Light Golem lost the lead there. I've missed that, unfortunately. But Bailey's got back to the front. Colonel chasing down those, moved back for 10th because and Globe. But Colonel could have a chance here at Blade. Thrown Globe is going backwards. He's fastest up a race for Blade. In the Williams driver. Into the S's. There's a lot of battling going on for Peter. He's on board with. Whoa, and the two Alpines come together. Cause spinning off his teammate's side pod there. And whoever the Alpine team principal is going to be throwing their headset at the wall right now. That was not good. Oh, and Oscar. We've just got him back on board. I've seen Oscar spin into the wall all on his own there, coming through Dunlop curve and rejoining. Luckily ghosted. Don't have that luxury in real life, as we're going to see Arjan and Anak now going side by side. This is a good battle between both of the McLarens. There's a throw and a hash in there. That's Dash, Anak, Arjan and the Globe. Now Dash and Globe side by side up ahead. It's like going to try and get back through. Not going to be able to. Oh my god, there's going to be 3 wide on the exit of the hairpin. That is absolutely mental. And McLaren's outside. Oh, there's contact. Oh, Arjun, sorry, I think that is, my pronunciation is pretty very wrong. Arjun into the wall there of Globe's side pod. And on the softs trying to hit through the order. Oh wow, this is so much going on. Globe gets overtaken there. Oh, Light Golem going quickly. Actually go back on board with Light Golem at the front, as I think could have a move on Colonel. Not going to be able to get one into there. But on the mediums might have slightly more grip through the S section and could pull off a move at some point this lap. Going to stay on board with Light Golem as Oscar is the pit. Oh, Oscar into the pit lane now. As well as Arjan. I'd imagine it's going to be for some new front wings. Someone gone off the turn 1, and have we got? No, we don't have VSC. Obviously for second. I think RT and Cos could be. Oh no, it's just Cos even so. Oh, RC's off into the barrier. I'm just seeing that flicking back through. Go back on board with Light Golem though, because they were trying to find a way on Colonel. Could have the a good opportunity into the Casio triangle. Kozuchi has retired. Can get the exit. A bit more ERS. Can have more to play with here. Got the slipstream as well. Through 130R. The Sparks looking absolutely beautiful at the back of that Alfa Romeo ahead. Popping it over the Casio triangle. Light Golem following nicely, but it's going to be wanting to get past. Using the RS now down the main straight. Are they going to make a move into turn 1? That is going to be bold on the inside of Colonel. Gets it done. Colonel taps him in the rear. Coming through turn 1. Nice move there from Golem. Getting up into P2. Now going to be chasing after Blade at the front. Looks like Jacob and Almond could be the next little battle. Almond done a lot better in this race compared to the sprint. And Anak and Dash could have a battle further back. P10, have a little look at that. Anak on the softs, so going to be quick for a few laps. We could start to see some tyre drop off. Keep an eye on that gap between Jacob and Almond as they are locked in battle. Oh, and there's been a crash there. That is Basman and Greenhorn have had an incident. Yeah, that's not great. Anak is inside of Dash's gearbox, which is not an innuendo. It's just what was happening. As going into Spoon. Ooh, a bit all over the place there. This could be lag, it could be some dodgy driving lines. I imagine with tier 1, probably just the lag, as these guys should be the best drivers in the league. But actually Jacob hasn't closed much. But he's getting now to less than 3/10. Almond has used all of the... Yes, this Greenhorn has retired. And safety car is back out. Now then, this could be interesting. Anyone on mediums could pit here, and I think make it to the end on the hard tyres. We're going to have an eye. It's going to help Anak as well on softs, so those softs will be wearing out quite soon. So we've got Basman and Moreno in the pits. Basman's going for a set of hards, we're going to the end. Moreno has gone mediums. That they started the race on. Okay. Can Oscar beat them out of the pits? That's going to be close, not quite. Okay, let's see what else happens up further up. Let's see who's going to pit. I don't know if the softs will, the medium side, not softs, they're soft supplement. Mediums will make it to the end or not. I'm expecting Light Golem to pit for hards. However, most others will stay out on the hards because mediums wouldn't last. Which could definitely help Light Golem in this race. Let's go on board Blade, see if Blade comes into the pits. Blade stays out, Golem in, Colonel stays out, Expert comes in, Jacob comes in. They're going to be double stacking at Red Bull. Kirby, what's he going to do? The other championship contender is in as well. Jacob being held in the pits there with that double stack. Callum also in. So just Blade and Colonel that have stayed out. And they are going to softs, these guys. So that is interesting. Golem's got the hards. I think Golem could have a real advantage late on here with those hards. Let's see what everyone else is going for then. Throwing Globe stays out on mediums from early on. That's surprising. Clearly trying to get track position here. I think there could be potentially another safety car later on. See what penalties everyone's got. Just 3 seconds for Anak. No one else with penalties at the moment. Callum has lost out a lot of ground actually. Now behind Kirby on track. I think also served a 5-second penalty in the pit lane there. And got held up behind Golem doing a double stack. So that is unfortunate for the Red Bull driver. Yeah, that's a bit of a shame. So let's see. So what have we got going on? We've got Blade and Colonel at the front, still on the hards they started on. They obviously can't get to the end because they're going to have to pit because they started on those tyres. Light Golem should probably be able to get to the end from here on the hards. It might be a bit of a stretch, but I think it's possible. Almond is going to struggle on the mediums getting to the end, I think. Seems like quite a long way to do on a set of mediums. Throwing Globe has Throwing Globe pit yet? No. So we'll have to pit. Going long. I'm surprised by that. I would have thought pitting first at hards would have been the better option. Right. Kirby, Callum and Jacob have all pit for mediums. So they're also going to be in the same position as ExpertAlmond trying to get to the end on the mediums. Don't know how possible it is. Could we see some punches later on? Could we see another set of softs going on with a few laps to go? And a bit of sprint between these guys. I mean, with Blade and Colonel also needing to pit. I mean, they could be using those mediums to try and get ahead of them now. And then stay ahead later with another stop. So yeah, that's an interesting one. Then you've got Anak, Dash and Baz who should easily get to the end, I think, on those hards coming on along. Then right about we've got Oscar, Moreno and Arjun. Hard, they're slightly old, but not as old as the front two. So whether they will last is a question that we will need to be answered. And I guess the 17 remaining laps will answer that question for us. This is definitely going to be an interesting race. We've still got a good battle going on between some good battles to watch for. Sorry, on here we've got Blade versus Cornwall. It's going to be the big battle. The two on the same strategy and have looked very dominant so far today. Light Golem looked good. Struggled a little bit at the start, at the restart. Got a really good start. Struggled at the restart, but now looks like in a very good position in terms of strategy to win this race. ExpertAlmond has a very, very good race here after struggling massively in the sprint race, so could be a driver to watch for. Throne Globe, not really sure, could end up getting in the way and actually hindering Kirby, Callum and Jacob as they try and move through. Could sort of split this into two packs. I imagine it would be a little bit slow on the used mediums than the other drivers around. Is the safety car in? The light's gone out, so yeah, safety car in this lap. So, never take another little drink before we get going. Alright. And Blade has gone. Going to stay on board with Colonel, see if Colonel can do anything here to try and chase down Blade. And there's some Jacob. What a start from Jacob. Kirby as well. Insane start. For some reason getting given awful camera angles here. But Kirby and Jacob jumping Callum and Throne Globe at the start there. As Callum actually gets a time penalty for track limit warnings. Almond on the back of Light Golem. I expect him to be quick, and he is really showing it here. As Anok has gone round, I think, back down through the S's. But now ExpertAlmond on a run to the inside of Light Golem and the Dagon and be able to make the move stick. Has to back out of it, but now going to get run into the hairpin. This is a very good opportunity to get the overtake done with the heavy braking zone. Going to send it to the inside, gets the wheel alongside, and can he get the traction down? Using the ERS now, isn't able to hang it around the outside of Golem at turn 12. Going to look to the inside for Spoon. Oh, gets through, but very aggressively pushing Golem out wide there. But has got the move done. As Jacob with a little bit of a weave there. Might be struggling with tyre attempts. And now, is he going to make a send on his teammate at the Casio Triangle? No. His teammate also runs into the back of ExpertAlmond. And now, Jacob all over Golem here. This is very interesting between the two Red Bulls. Kirby is trying to look at this battle as well. Trying to make his way through. Can Kirby find a way through like Golem as well? Like Golem has really struggled here at this restart. The guy I backed to have a good race is struggling. Commentator's curse has not been great as Dash has gone round, battles further back. Oh, Oscar and Moreno came together. Argent's got through. We're going to go back up towards this battle of fun. This is very interesting at the front here. Ferrari was not having a good day there. Both end up spinning round. We've got Callum on the back of Kirby too. So a couple trains going. So you've got the front three and then the train behind the Red Bulls. Can Jacob get back into the DRS range though? Try and get back in within the side a second. He has done now. And Kirby looking at Light Golem in towards Spoon. Jacob is actually fluctuating on the DRS bubble.
And I'm back.
Hello. Hello. We've had a lot of chaos going on.
I see it looks like the two Alpines are out.
Yes, Alpine has not had a good day. We had were you here when the safety car came back out?
Oh!
Oh, Kirby's up the inside of outside. Sorry, of Gone gets moves done way before the braking zone there at the Casio Triangle. Almond could have a run on Colonel. Is he gonna not gonna use any OS? Colonel got that red light flashing down to less than 10% now. And Almond is going to be looking as someone's got a penalty for speeding in the pit lane That was slow, but we got that. I'm starting to lose my voice.
Don't worry, I'll take over in a minute if you want me to.
It's been not the greatest start for Light Golem in the Red Bull, unfortunately for you. He was in third at the restart, looking very good on new hards. But it's dropped back to 6th now, and doesn't appear to have the pace of the front runners. Looks like ExpertAlmond is in a good position though now, along with Jacob, so you've still got one Red Bull in there.
Was there a second safety car?
Yes, there was.
Because it looks like, having a look, Blades and Colonel are begging for a safety car now. Because they would be dropping down to 13th, I think, with their pit stop.
Yes, I don't know how long those hards will last, or if the mediums will last to the end. As ExpertAlmond is going to be looking for a move into the Casio Triangle using the ERS. Which way is he going to go? He's going to go to the inside. Isn't going to be able to move down. Alpha Mary braking slightly later there. And the ERS is going to help down the main straight. Can he get a move into turn 1? He's going to go inside, coming along the pit wall and way ahead of Colonel by the time you get to the start-finish line to start lap 14. And that battling has let Jacob back into DRS of these guys. Jacob with a lot more ERS than Almond and Colonel. So could be in a position to make his way through. Although Almond is going to be looking to close him on Blade here. I'm not sure if Blade is in a good position to win this race, to be perfectly honest. It depends if Almond or Jacob can get to the end on these tyres. And if they can't, can Golem get to the end on his hards from 6th? Might be a little bit slow at the moment, but could that come in to help him later on? Okay.
Jacob with a little bit of contact on Cornell there, missed his braking point into the back, and looks like no damage was picked up, but just a little touch. As now Jacob is actually looking to go for a move on Cornell here. Oh, just about
couldn't quite get it done there. That is so close racing there between Jake and Cornell. Coming down this 130R again. Then points. Oh, kind of a late move there. A very reactive move there from Colonel, moving left once Jacob picked his line. A bit of contact, and Jacob will not be pleased as that stopped him getting through. As Blade is into the pit lane. I mean, can you keep an eye on where Blade comes out? Please?
Yep, I'm on it now.
Jacob is past Colonel. Golem and Kirby are having a battle here. Kirby is struggling on those softs. Oh, medium, sorry, and Golem almost went for an insane switchback, couldn't quite get it done. I don't know if Kirby's protecting the tyres at the end or if he's struggling on pace.
Wow.
Blade is dropped really far back.
As expected by my calculations, 13th.
Way back down to 13th and going to have traffic. So Blade is not in a good position now. I'm surprised he's pit already. I was expecting
the only one
longer.
yet to stop is Cornell. Only one yet to stop.
Yes. See, I was expecting Blade to go till almost lap 20 and try and get the tyres as far as possible, try and get a big overcut so he came out in less traffic to deal with. But hasn't managed to do that. It's been quite early and might be struggling now getting those mediums to the end while battling through traffic.
So currently ExpertAlmond, Jacob, Kirby and Callum have lasted 6 laps on these mediums so far. I do not think they will go to the end. They would have to save massively if they want to get them to the end. So I would expect them to come into the pit lane again.
Yes.
I still think some of the hard tyre runners may have to come in again for a second stop, because longest we've had at the minute.
Like Golem, I mean, they've been on him since about lap 10. So that'd be, what, 17 laps? He's done 7 already, got, what, 11 more, so I think that's possible.
It might, it's going to be close for them.
I think like Golem, it could be the driver to watch here, as well as Steve Basman. That's 7 seconds back in the Aston Martin. Could capitalise if everyone ahead has to pit. I think there's some battles going on. Arjun versus Artie, the P8.
I think Artie just got through an Arjun, funny enough, actually, when we were talking about that down the straight.
Yeah, let's have a look, see if anything else happens. Actually, look on board with Blade. This is catching up to Dash. Oh, Ferrari is struggling through the S's. Blade going to get the run through Dunlop in towards Degner 1. Don't think he'll be able to make a move with Degner 1. He's going to probably wait for the hairpin. Or Spoon, one of the two. Would he send it at the hairpin? Thinks about it, but decides not to.
A little bit of contact there, actually. A little squirrel lead from
But he's
Dash.
got 100% ERS, so plenty to play with. I'm surprised he isn't going for it into Spoon. I thought if you get through at Spoon, you might be able to make a move on Oscar with the Castro Triangle, clear them both for this lap.
Just switch to Kirby down the straight. He's quite close on Cornell.
Yep,
I'd say.
I've just
Very
seen
close.
that.
Oh, Cornell's in the pit lane.
Cornell's in the pit. Okay, let's go back towards
Right, let's have a
Blade.
look. Where would he come out in
Blade,
terms of Blade? Blade's actually just got past Dash
Blade's
now,
just
by
got
the way.
past Dash. Where will Cornell come out? Cornell will have cold medium as well, so he'll just come out pit lane. So this is going to be interesting here.
I think Blade's going to get him, you know.
I think. Yeah, where's Cornell? Is he coming out? They've all
Blade's
come
gonna
through
go.
now.
Blade's
Okay,
just going to
Blade
go
is
Oscar now,
through.
so it's worked
And
out
Blade passed
perfectly
Oscar
for Blade.
as well. Yep, the Ferraris are now actually a bit of a buffer for Blade, and then another 3 seconds back to Cornell. Cornell with only a 2-lap advantage in terms of tyre wear on the mediums by the end of the race, so I'm not sure if that's going to play enough of an advantage with that big gap that we've now got to Blade. Blade heading towards the Degners as Cornell just comes out of Dunlop.
I think there was a little mistake there from the baseman at the second.
Same Degner, was it?
Yep, that one. Because he just lost out to Artie. I forgot the corner name. He's just lost out to Artie there. So I think he's just dropped down to 7th into that little pack there. But so
Dash!
What has happened to Dash? We don't know. We've got the timing for
Retired on
him.
track.
DNF. I think he's lost it. It
think
looks
he might
to
have
be like
retired
there's going to be
on
no VSC or safety car.
Sure.
There's going to be nothing. We're going to carry on. He's gone. So not good for Dash. No points I don't think will be scored for him.
That's helped Cornell. That's one less Ferrari to overtake.
Yeah. Blade fastest lap. 31.8.
Blade is moving up the order now.
It's all quieting down a little bit.
Yeah, it's been giving me a little bit of a chance to drink my beer and have a bit of a relax.
Top 4 is separated by 5 seconds, so that's still not really settled. The baseman is a second off 6th. So again, that is from 6th to 10th is separated by 6 seconds, and to Cornell is 10 seconds. So that is still there for those two to have a really good go at 6th and even further maybe. So it's still there all to play for anyone and everyone. It's going to be a really interesting race all over the shop to see where it's going to finish. And obviously we're getting near to the end of the race. We could see people going for riskier moves, fighting hard in the battle for positions, penalties as well. There's a few people with penalties.
And also chances of punches with those medium runners if they do try and stick it out. That could be something to watch for. In the last few laps, they could end up picking up a puncher. But now Blade on the back of Anak. I've been on board with Blade. He's absolutely flying, caught so quickly to Anak here, the Haas. Is he going to be able to make a move into the Castro Triangle? I think he'll probably wait for turn 1 if he can get a run out of here. Has a lot more grip, so should easily make a run. And which way is he going to go? Oh, a little bit blocked. Coming onto the main straight, going to tuck in with that DRS and the overtake mode. And absolute blaze pass round into turn 1. Nice move from Blade.
31.6 Cornell fastest lap goes his way.
Yeah. And now Blade chasing after Arjan in the McLaren. He's on board with Cornell. As coming through the S's, he's going to be lining up a move on Oscar. Let's see. No battles up ahead. But Blade and Cornell providing the action for us at the moment as they make their way back through the order after their pit stops. Jacob is flirting with the 1 second window on Almond, but hasn't quite been able to stay within DRS range so far. If he gets that,
Speaking
it could
of
definitely help.
sorry, speaking of Jacob, I'm just going to have a quick look at him in the championship because his second place might put him in that hunt for second place in the championship because
Yes, I think it definitely would.
Liam's not racing. Oscar is sat 11th.
Sorry to interrupt. Cornell alongside with Oscar now and gets the move done out of Spoon. And I think Blade is also lining up a move on Arjan into the Casio Triangle, not quite going to be able to. Sorry to cut in like that.
That's absolutely fine. Moves
out of Casio. And Arjan a bit of mistake coming out of Casio there. And Blade is through. So as you were saying?
I've just lost it now because I was just having a little peek.
I think it was Jacob was battling in the championship, wasn't he?
Yeah, I was just looking because one of my drivers for T2 tomorrow. Just a bit of confusion. Yeah, he might come into it. Liam not racing, not getting any points. Arjun is sat 9th. He's only getting a few. Oscar's sat 12th, getting a few. Like Golemo, getting a good amount of points in 4th. But Kirby though as well is in there. So it's going to get quite interesting for the. I think to be honest, it's going to be a battle for P5, not really a battle
Blade
for P2.
on the back of Basman, so he's going to try once again. These two just keep Blade keep providing action for us. Oh, what a move on Basman! He's dummy to the outside. Basman has gone deep in the brakes, and Blade has cut back early. But then
still
Blade,
there though.
No, Basman, sorry, getting the overtake mode down, getting back past Blade, coming into Spoon.
That's naughty. That great fighting between the two of them.
And Blade not using any overtake mode as now Basman's red light flashing.
Sorry to interrupt you there. A spin or something's happened to
Expert's round, yes. I've just seen a safety car. Thrown Globers out.
Jacob leads and Callum dives into the pit lane. We have a race to our hands, ladies and gentlemen.
Artie's in. Basman's in. Blade stays out. Arjun's in. Annex in. Cornell stays out. Oscar's in. They're going softs. Cannon's gone
too
softs.
right. They should be going soft. It's going to be close. We should see Jacob, Kirby, ExpertAlmond, and Light in as well. I would assume Blade and Cornell would stay out.
Yes.
Actually, I think if the top 4 come in, Blade and Cornell will join them. They've got to join them. They have no choice. Because they'll be sitting ducks.
I don't think Cornell would, because Cornell will then lose position to Callum as well.
That's true.
If I was Cornell, I would rather track positions. Once the safety car comes in, it's going to be 3 or 4 laps. I think you're better off being first of mediums than 7th on the same tyres as everyone else.
I think Blade might stay out because we've seen it before in our past races. Blade stays out on the medium tyres. Old medium tyres, the same degradation that he's got now, and still manages to hold back new soft tyre runners from a restart. I don't know if he's got the pace. ExpertAlmond and Kirby. I think Kirby just dropped back
Kirby had quite a bit of delta there, and Almond got alongside him for a minute.
I think something happened to Throne Globe because Throne Globe has gone out of the equation.
I think it was as Globe was being lapped by Almond. I wonder. I mean, he should have been
comes
ghosted,
in, Kirby comes in,
if
ExpertAlmond comes
Globe
in.
had a mistake.
Gollum stays out. So
I mean,
that is a big surprise.
I know double stacking though with Jacob. I think that was probably why, because they double stacked at the last pit stop, which put Jacob far down the order. What Blade is out, staying out. Sorry, Cornell in. Cornell's in. Oh wow!
Wow! We have a big. I don't know how many we're going to get. I'll assume 3 or 4. Might take a few laps to get around. Blade has actually just got past Jacob Cobb on that coming out the pit lane there. So that is
to race him off pit lane. Wow, that is okay. You've got to think that Jacob is in the best position here, though. The first of the soft tyre runners. He's got his teammate ahead of him as well.
We've seen it before.
Once Jacob gets passed into the lead, Gollum can then try and hold up the other soft runners behind.
I think I'm not gonna say it, actually. I'm not gonna say it.
This has been such a good race.
I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna. Do I say it? Oh, I'm gonna see if they see it on the Red Bull chat quickly, and then if they don't, then
Wow, this is. So what penalties we've got? Callum, Anik, and Oscar with 3-second penalties. So Callum is in a bit of trouble here. He's not going to be able to do very well, and FMF picks up penalties. It's been so close right at the end. Well, Kirby up 13 positions is absolutely crazy. ExpertAlmond also put in a very good shift. The driver for the day vote is going to be a very tough one to pick. Actually, while we're here, I'm going to move my stream bar just so that it is out of the way. Done. Yeah, right. No, actually, see.
are they gone?
Oh, safety car has come in, and Gollum gets away quickly. Almond has managed to get past Kirby, who is now alongside with Jacob and further. Oh, he's going to send it round the outside. He's going to be able to get round. Blade about side by side with Blade going round turn 2 into S's. Gollum has gone round. The expert Almond into the lead as they go through the S's, and oh my goodness, Gollum has managed to spin on his own there. The hard's clearly cooled down too much. Oh, as Callum has had an issue. Jacob's going backwards. Oh, Callum's had more issues. Let's go back towards the front. Artie looks like he's managed to gain up a few positions here. I'm not sure what happened further back, but both Red Bulls have ended up losing massively there.
I try not to do bias as best I can, but I don't know if you heard a controller thrown was when like Gollum spun, and then a headset was thrown when Jacob spun.
Cornell and Anik getting closer. Anik actually been overtaken by Callum, as ExpertAlmond has really pulled away after quite a poor sprint race for him. He has done so well in the
Kirby
race
up the
here.
inside.
As Kirby to the inside blade gets a little bit loose on the curve, a little bit loosey goosey there through the Castillo triangle.
Good exit though, very good exit. Oh, Artie Moreno spinning out the final corner, I think that is.
Yes, Moreno has spun, and Kirby has now passed Blade into turn 1. Let's see if Blade can fight back. Actually, I'm going to go board with Oscar. I think he's closing down on McLaren of Arjun.
Just gonna say it quickly now. There's a little bit, excuse me, a little bit of a gap. Oscar, Callum, Anik, and Moreno, all 3-second time penalties.
Yes. Jacob trying to regain some of those positions. Looking to the back of Oscar. Like Gollum still struggling on the hard right, so he's been passed by RC again. But can Jacob find his way past Oscar? He'll be hoping to get back into the top 5, I'd imagine here, Jacob. It's definitely possible. Not that big a gap ahead of Oscar. If he can get this move done into Spoon, this is brave. To the inside of Ferrari. Oh wow, what a move from Jacob. That has got to be one of the best overtakes I have seen so far this race.
To be honest, I still think a P4 is available there for Jacob. Because you're obviously tier 2 reserve coming, tier 2 driver coming into tier 1 reserve, sorry. B baseman, not having the best of seasons. I think this probably will be his best result so far of a P4.
Yeah, it's definitely quicker than drivers ahead, but with only 3 laps to go, not quite sure if he's going to be able to get that much ground gained, especially with Baseman in the DRS of Blade. Once DRS becomes available, he'll be pulled along by a very quick Williams driver.
Kirby fastest lap, by the way, while that's happening, 31 flat, so he'll get the extra point.
Colonel, what can he do with Alfa Romeo? Looking to try and get past Oscar. Isn't going to be able to switch back in there. But then coming into Degner 1, surely not a move into Degner 1. No. Don't worry, they're trying to outdo each other for overtake of the day here. And this is absolutely crazy. As now up into the hairpin, surely not. What a send! Oh, he's gone way too late on the brake zone. He's tagged Oscar coming through. Oscar not happy with that and pushes him wide. Callum now is able to get past. Annick's going to be closing on them as well. Jacob and Arjan are less than 3/10 apart. Oh, Jacob with a big slide though. He's managed to keep it from going round, but that has definitely hindered him. He was looking at trying to set up a move, I think. Got a little bit too excited on the throttle.
These two Red Bull boys are
top
giving me
one.
heart attacks, I swear down, man. I need to stop being so passionate about this. Chill out.
Kirby with the fastest lap. Chasing after ExpertAlmond. Don't think he's going to be able to do much with 2 laps to go and 1.2 second gap. But I need to keep an eye on it. Jacob's still closing in on Arjun. This is probably the best battle to watch here in the last couple of laps. So we have got a few drivers further back. We've got this battle for P7 between Oscar, Callum, we've got Cornell and Anat, sorry. Less than half within a second of these guys as well, sorry. Not sure if anything's going to happen.
Flipping heck.
Jacob and the exit of the hairpin, as he managed to get a good exit, it's a little bit better than Arjan. He's gained a half-tenth there. They're very similar ERS, so he needs to be careful when he uses it. Not a lot between them, only about 25% each. And Jacob's going to use it now. He wants to get past Arjan here, so he has another lap to try and make a desperate move on Baseman, as Anak has left the session, which is unfortunate. I think he's had a spin, and Jacob is through on Arjan. Good move there from Jacob. Callum picked up another penalty. That's not going to help him, but he is trying to close on Cornell. I think Cornell just actually passed him. Let's see what Jacob is doing though, because this could be good. If Jacob can get past Basman, it's going to help him in the championship, get those extra points. And this is definitely going to be an interesting battle on the last lap. Is looking very good for ExpertAlmond though, out front, through the Degners for the last time, up towards the hairpin as well for him. Jacob, this is probably going to be his last good opportunity. Hasn't made it there, so he's... Oh, actually, he's attended late on Basman. Oh my god, this is insane. They're side by side here, coming down through turn 12 on the final lap. They've got one more hit break. Oh, there's contact! Contact through turn 12. Oh, and Basman's in the wall. Oh, this is dramatic end to the Japanese Grand Prix in PAR Tier 1. We're going to go on board with ExpertAlmond though, as he comes through 130R for the final time into the Casio Triangle. Arjun and Jacob are still battling further back. It's unfortunate, but I also need to look at the front. Arjun isn't
ExpertAlmond wins.
ExpertAlmond wins. Kirby takes P2 on the wall as he goes through the finish. Blade in P3, great drive from him. Jacob will take P4 in the end, holding off Arjan. Oscar is going to drop back. Colonel coming through. Callum P8. Not sure what penalties will put in though. He can stay P8. RC P9. Anak will be P10. Basman is still trundling down towards 130R as Light Golem comes towards the final turn. That got very interesting at the end there, as Light Golem across the line, P11. Wow. What a race that was. Let's have a quick look at position change. ExpertAlmond wins from P14. Kirby second from P17. Pole sitter Blade down to third. Jacob hold position in fourth. Arjan fifth, started in 15th. That is incredible from these guys. Absolutely incredible racing throughout this here in Japan today. RC also up a lot of positions, ended up in P9. He had a good comeback drive. Ooh, I need to lay down after that one.
So Kirby will close Blade a little bit on the championship, maybe. That's what the sprint I forgot. So yeah, good race. Very good. And yeah, I mean,
Ooh, that was chaos.
that was a good race. I think we knew it was going to be a good race. No, we didn't know we thought Blade was going to win. And no, we thought it was going to be a good race, but we didn't think it was going to be that good. Obviously, with the second safety car restart in the middle, that got close between everyone. And then when we had the third
Late
safety car, that's when it got spicy. And we thought, flipping heck, that's going to be a good racing for it. And we did get some good racing towards the end. Bit of chaotic, because we had, well, two didn't start because they disconnected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 retirements in a big spin. So it's going to be a lot of work for us to sort that out. But some good races in there. ExpertAlmond from 14th to the win. Kirby from 17th to 2nd. Argent 15th to 5th is good as well. RT 18th to 9th isn't bad. So I think Blade will be disappointed not to take the pole to the win, like he normally does this season. Jacob will be 4th to 2nd. I think it'll be a bit disappointing. 4th to 4th, actually, sorry. With the spin, I think he's had a good race. He had a good sprint as well. But
yeah, I think
just didn't go his way. So there you have it.
There's so many contenders for driver of the day.
You've got tonight to think about it, then you can put it on one of the streamers' chat and I'll write it up. So I could tell you what, the chat's blowing up, but
does it have to be how many do I have to pick for driver of the day?
3 and Y, and I'll just write it up later.
4.
No, I'll let you have 4.
Okay, I'll might have to turn it up later.
Okay, that was a good race. I hope, fingers crossed, we have the same again tomorrow. Tomorrow, I mean, Tier 2 has been so hit and miss with the championship. Everything has just been hit and miss. We had so many different winners. It's unbelievable. I think we've had about. I'm gonna actually look at this in stats now because I want to know so I can hype up tomorrow. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4 different winners from 8 races. We've got a driver that's second in the championship who hasn't won a race yet. A reigning champion that hasn't raced for most of the season has come back and won 3 races from the 3 races he's raced out of the 8. No, 7, sorry, because they're a race behind. But yeah, good race. Hopefully, fingers crossed, more tomorrow. And dare I say, a little bit cleaner. Again, might have to have another word with Tier 1s about that. But overall, a good race, good overtakes.
The main race was much better than the sprint. The sprint was a bit chaotic.
100%. 100% the main race was better than the sprint. But we go again tomorrow. And we shall see you there.
Thanks for everyone for watching the stream today. Thanks for all the drivers for putting on a good show for us. Thank you, Daniel, for joining me in the commentary box.
You're very much welcome.
Don't know who's commentating tomorrow.
Probably be me, but you're welcome to join me again if you're free. I'm happy for you to come and join me. Or you can join it. You could do it, and I could co-commentate again because that was thoroughly entertaining both ways.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I
We'll
don't
work
know
it out.
when I'll be free from. I might end up joining you halfway through. Depends when I'm free. Um, I'll let you know by tomorrow. See what happens.
Work it out.
Um,
We'll see.
yeah,
Anyway, see you tomorrow. Back
yeah.
with a 2-1 next week.
See you then.